My boosted board ran out of juice, so I think I'm gonna have to do one of these today. So I'm gonna have to strap on my boosted board from the back. I don't know what happened. I was charging it, and these things are huge. It was charging. I'm not sure what happened. I hope there's nothing wrong with it. All right, let's get to work. These things are not fast, not comfortable, very bouncy and very slow. Thank you. Made it. Just made the train. I'm not sure what happened, but it was fully charged. Well, actually, I never really check it because it's always plugged, but when I get to work, I'm gonna check it. Made it to Palo Alto. In Palo Alto, there's no Lime scooters, so I'm gonna go to that Starbucks right over there and get me an Uber. Good now that you're here.
Please charge.
That was not fun, guys. That was exhausting. So the good news is there's nothing wrong with the boosted board. It is completely fine. See, where I have them charged, I have this charging strip, and I have here. Let me go show you. Come here. See, here I have my boosted boards plugged in, and I have this power strip, but this was off. See, it needs to be on in order to give power to the charger for the boosted board. So that's what happened. It was off, and therefore I didn't even make it halfway. I didn't make it halfway to the train station. I had to get a Lime scooter. Those things are horrible. Or maybe it was just the one that I had was old. That thing was humongous, but it was so bad. My brain was shaking the entire way. Anyway, I made it to Palo Alto like you saw. Unfortunately, there's no Lime scooters or anything over there, so I had to Uber from the train station to my work. Finally got to work. I charged my boosted board there. It worked, and I got back home. All right, so today I want to talk to you about what's in my bag, but this is a little different. There's plenty of what's in my bags out there. I want to make mine a little different. I want to make mine focused and targeted for those who want to do real estate photography. In my last post where I talk about real estate photography, I got a lot of good feedback. I got a lot of good comments. So I thought I would show you what's in my real estate bag, what I use to shoot real estate. Now remember, I am a minimalist. So I consolidated a bunch of my gear because I was very stressed out whenever I would go shoot. I didn't know what lens to choose. I didn't know what camera to pick. So I consolidated everything to this Canon 6D right here. So for my real estate gear, I've done the same thing. I've consolidated a bunch of stuff, and I only have what I need. I've been doing it long enough to I know what I need. And this right here, this is all I need. Aside from a few other gadgets that I will show you, this right here in this bag is everything that I need to shoot real estate. You guys saw in my last post, that was a huge house, 7,000 square feet. And I just shot this house, which was another 700 plus square feet. Huge homes. I will make a video of this house in my next post. And it just so happens it's also an ex-NFL player. What are the chances of that? Beautiful home, lots of rooms. I wouldn't know what to do in this house. And I shot it all with this right here. So let's start off with the bag itself. All right, guys, this might seem a little boring, but I don't follow trends. I follow what I need. And this bag right here, you probably never heard about it. You probably never seen it. And you definitely have not heard from it from another YouTuber other than myself. This bag, when you go shopping for it, it's not considered a photographer's bag. It's actually considered an RC bag, a remote control, car bag. but it has everything that you need to store your camera gear. It's waterproof, it has plenty of compartments just like the ones that you see. The only difference is that this one is not $200, $300, or $400. This bag right here by Atomics is $29. I think it's $30 with tax and stuff like that, but $30. Come on. Be smart about your money. Don't follow trends. Spend your money on other stuff like lenses. Lenses are good to have. Lenses is something you do want to invest. Bags, you'll see a new bag come out next week. So this bag, I've had this bag for a few years now. I made a video of it. I'll link it right up here in case you're interested. It got a lot of views. This bag was when I first got my drone and I needed a bag that did not look like a drone bag. You know those big drone bags that looks like you're carrying a tank behind you? I was trying to avoid that look, and what I like about this bag is that it looks like a regular backpack. It has a slope like a regular backpack, and I was able to fit my drone right here. I have then since sold my drone, which was one of those bigger drones, and I got the Mavic Pro, which is in here right now. So this bag, $30, waterproof. It holds all my gear. I will show you the inside. It looks just like a camera bag. It just doesn't have, you know, I guess one of those fancy names. This bag is made by Atomics and they sell remote control cars. So I'll just give you a quick little intro of the bag. It has your main compartment here, which you could fit, you can easily fit a laptop, an iPad, propellers for your drone. You can fit a lot of stuff in here. And on the side it has mesh pockets. You can put lots of different things in here. On this side it has another mesh pocket. This is a little holder thingy where you could put a tripod in there. I like to hold my GorillaPod in there. On this side it has another one, and this is where I hold my tripod in there. And then in the front it has another one. So it has two on the sides, one in the front, again for another tripod or anything else you want to put in there. The bag is waterproof, but it does come with a bag that you could put over in case you do fall into heavy rains. So those are the secondary compartments. Now let's look at the main compartment. So in the main compartment I have, first of all, this LED light. This LED light, I'm not sure what brand it is. I just got it off of Amazon, but it works great. I think I paid like $30 for it. But this is good for when I'm shooting a room and it's a little dark and I just want a little light. This thing is actually pretty powerful. Don't let the size fool you. This thing is pretty powerful and it does a great job. What I like about it too is that it's rechargeable, so I don't have to worry about getting AA or AAA batteries. I just recharge it and it's ready to go. It also has a shoe mount which fits on top of my camera in case I need that. Next thing what I have is my little point and shoot. I like to use this camera as a secondary camera if needed. If I'm talking to somebody, I'll just put this camera on the side. I like it because it's simple to use, and if somebody is helping me shoot, or even if the realtor is there, he or she can use this camera, no problem. So I like to have it just as a little backup camera, behind the scenes type of thing. The next thing I have in here is my drone. I have the Mavic Pro. I absolutely love this drone. I love it because it's compact. I don't really have anything else to say about the drone other than realtors love drone shots. They love aerial shots of the property. It really shows what the entire property looks like. With the drone, of course, comes the remote. It works perfect. I know DJI sells this separate remote, which I'm thinking about getting because I hate taking my phone out and putting it here, and then my phone, the battery runs low after a while. So DJI has this remote that pretty much has a built-in screen with it, so you don't have to use your phone to fly your drone anymore. And I believe the LCD screen is a little bigger. I just realized I've been recording the whole time with my phone down. Moving on, I have two lenses that I use. Hey! I'm trying to vlog here! I have two lenses that I use. I have the 1635 at 2.8, which I'm recording with right now, and I have the 2470 at 2.8. These are the only two lenses that I use for real estate. I don't need anything else. The 1635 is good for wide angle shots. This is what I mainly use for the rooms to show the entire room, especially in tight areas. The 2.8 is great for low light, but I like to use the 2470 for those close-up shots, those secondary shots, those B-roll shots. They have nothing to do with real estate, but it just breaks up the video a little bit. The next thing I have in my bag are two G drives. and I have them labeled. This one has Lightroom, and this one is my videos. Videos of 2019 are in here. I have a bunch of these in the house, and they're all labeled. That way I know, that way I can remember what is in what drive. But I like to carry one just for Lightroom because I do take a lot of pictures and I like to store them here. I also have a bigger backup drive where I back all these guys up. There's lots of videos out there on how to back up your stuff. I highly suggest you look at them and do it because you never know. I've had hard drives break down on me and it is scary. Luckily, I've always had stuff backed up, but I always like to carry two. So what I do is I shoot the videos, I take the pictures, and I download them in these drives, and then I'll do my work. And then once I'm done with my work, I'll send everything to the main backup drive. There's a lot of videos out there on how to work with files and hard drives, but they're not very clear. Like, I'm not sure if they're working from the actual hard drive or are they just storing the footage there and working from their computer. In another video, I will show you how I work with my files. All right, moving on. In this pouch right here, I carry chargers. I carry cables, I carry chargers. This right here is my drone charger. I have a bunch of other USB-C cables in there, but I also have this little cable baggie. I'm not sure who makes it. I just saw it on Amazon. It was a good price. But here is where I keep headsets, more cables, USB chargers. Very important. I have right here card slider. No excuse for customers not to pay you. They could either pay you in cash or they could slide their credit card right here on this baby here. Never leave home without this. Now the last thing that's not in my bag that I'm using to record right now is my Canon 6D Mark II. You guys have heard me say it plenty of times that I consolidated all my camera to get this bad boy right here, and it works perfect. This is a full frame camera. It has good video features that you can find like on the 80D or the 70D. So I consolidated all of my lens just to get this camera right here. And this lens right here is a 16-35 2.8. And then lastly, sometimes I will have my Rode mic with me. Sometimes realtors like to talk about their property, so having the Rode mic there ready to go comes in real handy. So that right there is what's in my bag. This is the main thing you need to shoot real estate. This is it. You don't need any fancy equipment. These are the essentials. I've been using them for years. I've definitely gotten my money's worth because I haven't been spending money on other stuff that's just not necessary. So I'm gonna show you just a few more items that I like to take with me when I shoot real estate. So the other items that I carry with me when I shoot real estate is, number one, this compact Manfrotto tripod. I love this tripod. This thing is super smooth. You need a smooth tripod when you shoot real estate. You want, when you're panning the room, you want that pan to be butterly smooth. And this tripod right here does it very well. This ball head right here is very smooth. You could adjust it, and when you pan, I mean, this thing is smooth. There's no jerking or anything. It is just smooth as butter. The other accessory that I also use is this Camerar. I don't know how to pronounce it. Please correct me in the comments if you know how to pronounce it. But this is my slider. I connect this to my tripod right here and the top. This allows me to get smooth, long panning shots of the room. One thing that I like to do is if I'm in the room, I'll get as far as to the corner as possible. I'll make sure that I have something in the foreground really close to me, and then I'll put my camera right behind it and I'll just glide it away from it, and what's in focus is the actual room, so you get some really nice cinematic shots of the entire room. This is a must. Okay, now the last thing that I'm going to show you is a little funny. I actually stole this from my son. Actually, I shouldn't say stole, I borrowed it from my son. But it's super smooth. This is in case I can't use my slider for whatever reason. This little car right here, I don't know what brand it is. It says Happy. But this thing is super smooth. So what I do is I'll set it on the counter. I'll rest my camera on top of it, holding it, and then I could just pan like this very smoothly. And by having a device like this, I'm not limited to the distance that I can pan. I can pan as far as I want, as long as the surface continues to be smooth. This right here has allowed me to get very cool shots, like low on the ground shots or on the counter, somewhere where I can have a tripod or the slider. This has helped me a great deal. Alright guys, that is all I use for real estate. This is all that you need to shoot for real estate. You could easily dive into more stuff, but as I mentioned before, for me it was really stressful to have a lot of stuff. I didn't know what to pick, and lots of times I would carry all this stuff to where I was shooting and I wouldn't use a lot of it. And what's important for me is to enjoy what I do. And I was getting to the point where I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. The thought of packing everything and going to shoot somewhere was stressful, and it was bringing my motivation down. As soon as I consolidated everything, then my spirits came up, because I knew that I could just grab and go and do what I really like to do, and that is shoot, and not worry about too much of what I'm bringing. Am I bringing the good stuff? I should have brought that lens, and maybe I should have brought this other thing. This is all that I need. If you're a photographer and if you find yourself stressful from all the gear that you have, to the point where sometimes you don't even want to go shoot because of the thought of like packing everything, I highly suggest you consolidate. Don't let your creativity be hindered by the stuff you need to bring. This is just extra accessory stuff. Well, all you need is a good camera, 2 lenses, and steady hands, and you could get started like that. Alright guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I showed you something that you might want to consider getting in order to start shooting real estate. It's a great, fun profession. I just shot this other house, like I said. I'll make a separate video of it. It's a big, beautiful house. Once again, it was from another ex-NFL player. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions about real estate photography, or any questions about this gear, just let me know. I will link a lot of this stuff below in the description in case you guys want to go buy it, okay? I'll talk to you next time. Peace.